little bit. Hello YouTube, we're live right now. Today the topic is an interesting topic. The topic is about how other people are getting rich with their CPF. I found all this through the CPF Board annual report. A very interesting thing is I like to read numbers, and the numbers tells a very revealing story. Okay. Yes, former President Abe has been shot to death by a shotgun. There's a gunman shot him on the neck and on the chest, left side of the chest. It's a terrible outcome. I thought that Japan is one of the safest country in the world with firearms. I wonder how the assassin got the firearm. Yeah. Hello, Royven. Yes. Desmond here. Kate Lou is not here today. We are in Europe and Kate is not with us. Yes. Okay. Today I've got two sets of slides for you to download. One set of slides are the slides that I prepared. They are all here. Okay. The other set of slides are not from me. They are from the CPF board. And the CPF board, I'll also provide a link in YouTube. And also you can type report plus one, and you can get the slide from the CPF board as well. So yeah, I'll talk about the assassination later. So today the talk is largely interpreting signals from the CPF annual report and find out how other people are getting rich. Yeah, if you want to know it. So yeah, you want to know how to do that, today the talk will be about. Okay, let me just talk a little bit about my reflection on the assassination of President Abe. President Abe is quite a good president. Okay, his legacy will go on, in times. But unfortunately, 好人早死 sometimes, Well, I don't know much about politics, but I can, certainly a shock. I mean, there are not many presidents or former presidents being shot to death. President John F. Kennedy, Abraham Lincoln, Abe right now, and so on. I think there's a president of Egypt who brokered peace with Israel as well, got shot. So, there's also what's that? I think it's President Sadat. Okay, President Sadat of Egypt, who also got shot. So, yeah, so quite sad to see this kind of outcome. Life ain't fair. Yeah. Okay, I don't think it's fair in this world. Fairness in this world. Okay, so let's in our quiet time spend a moment of silence for President for Prime Minister Abe. Okay, yeah. Let's hope this sort of thing never happen in our country. Yeah. Okay. I don't know what's the motive. Have you read anything about the motive? Well, I didn't know it was a handmade gun. If you have ever handled a shotgun before, if it's a handmade gun, if it's a shotgun bullet, then there's no chance. I fired shotgun before. A shotgun the recoil is far heavier than the M16 that we get in the Singapore Army. Whoever kena shotgun, I think they are finished. 3D printed shotgun. That sounds serious. Wow. Okay, 3D printed shotgun. My goodness. Okay, the bullet is a shotgun bullet, right? If it's a shotgun bullet, then because one shotgun bullet inside usually have 2 to 3 rounds. Okay, so I don't think I don't think there's any chance. Okay, so anyway, he's already gone. We all grieve for him, and it's very sad. Yes. So okay, anyway, do the usual thing you need to do when you're with my channel. Give a huge plus of like. Okay, like and share if possible. Today the topic is about CPF. I'm moving away from stock market. Hi Louis, I'm moving away from stock market. I want to talk a lot about CPF. This is where my 看家本领 is. Actually, people know me less about stock market or economics. People know me as Mr. CPF. And I spent years pushing the 1965 movement, which is essentially a CPF anchored strategy. Okay, it's not a CPF only strategy, it's a CPF anchored strategy. And today I want to share with you by taking a look at the CPF annual report. Very interesting insights like how especially young people has a handful, not a lot, okay, maybe 100-200 of them gotten very rich. Okay, I want to share with you the secret. And if you are interested to see how you can make your kids rich, then you better listen to my talk and share if possible. And for those people on YouTube, the minute you come in, make it practice just to click like. And if you have never followed, click follow and subscribe. Okay, cool. Ready? Okay. If you download the slides, let me know and I can start. Okay. Because I hand back the channel to B, who today is going to be launching something in MCM. So I better hand it back to her. Okay. Cool. All right. So if you guys are ready, please let me know. All right. Okay. You guys are ready with the slides? Let me know, and I can start. Okay. The weather is kind of hot and cold here. You know, it's like 又热又冷. Yeah. I learned a lot from you about CPF. I go around sharing my friends what you share with me. Oh, great. Okay. Thank you. Okay. CPF is the only one thing I don't need to put a disclaimer. Okay, stock market I go usually announce a disclaimer. CPF I don't need to. Okay, I don't think I'll be hauled up by MAS if I share about CPF strategy. Andrew, good to see you. Where are you this time? I'm still in Europe in a shopping outlet here. You know, yeah. So I'm behind me is a cafe. So I thought, okay, I want to share with you guys. You did not indicate this is the number 190 talk today. I think it's 184. 184. Someone is counting for me also. Thank you, Siu Ching, for sharing. Okay, so it's slides plus one. Slides plus one, report plus one. Okay, if you don't mind, I'll start. Okay, I didn't see anybody saying they're ready. When you're ready, at least give a blast of light or say I'm ready so that I know. Okay, only Lindy is ready. How's the weather? I'm going to Netherlands. It's freaking hot. It's very hot. I'm in the northern part of Europe, so it's a little bit colder, but it's still hot. Yes. Okay. When I look at you right now, behind is a huge blazing sun. All right. Cool. Okay. Some people are ready. Okay. Some people are ready. Report plus one. Okay. Cool. So the topic for today, the title is called "Discovering How Many Singaporeans Are Getting Rich with Their CPF." Okay. And this is providing you interesting insights from the CPF Board annual report for 2002. Wait, 2001. So I think I got wrong. 2001. 2001/2002. I think that's how they say it. And this is my 184 talk. There's a little bit of disclaimer. If I provide any stock market words, it's just for entertainment and for education, not as a guide for you to buy or sell. Okay. All right. Cool. Okay. Sharon is ready. So I'm going to distract you on two things that are non-CPF first. Okay, because I always say that I always wanted to update you guys when I go into the stock market. So yesterday I fired one more shot. Okay, I unloaded one more shot of $50,000 into the S&P 500. So I bought SPY. Okay, SPY is an S&P 500 ETF. The fees are quite low for that. I bought about 50,000. I don't exactly know the right number. I bought 90 shares of it. So they round up roughly about 50 Sing. Okay? Yes. So it's quite a, it's basically me firing one shot. I already told you that every month I'll fire about 100K into it. I feel that my take is that I really share over the last two YouTube video that all the good news are coming out. The news just got better and better. I would be an idiot if that's my conviction. I should be unloading more and more into it. So I'm still doing my discipline of unloading, 50, 100K a month into the stock market. And I intend to do that until I probably cross roughly half to $1 million. Okay? Yes. And then I'll just wait and let it ride. Okay? Cool? All right, good. Okay? So this is how I'm doing it. So I've already done it. Hey, people on YouTube, please give a like. Yeah, please a like. Every like you give, 2% will get to view it. That's the key. Okay. So I unloaded one thing. Okay, now contrary to what many people think that I'm actually most of my time I sit around giving talks and doing nothing. I'm retired. I help B sell handbag and things like that. Actually, I have my day job. I've got my own day job. So I I am the chairman of this company called Access Digital. Is founded by myself with a few other co-founders. So Access Digital does digital marketing, okay, and we've got quite a lot of clients with us. You know, this business I've been doing with all the co-founders for the last 10 years, and it's doing quite well. It's doing quite well, and we are very proud of this company. This is a very interesting insight. My CEO just called me. Okay, clearly I don't work in a company much. It's handled by a CEO and few C-suite level co-founders. I'm one of those people who call Zobolan's chairman. Those people who sit there, attend meetings and does nothing. Okay, it is very difficult to hire people, and I kid you not now. What recession? What all the people are talking about. All the people are talking about what kind of economic crisis we're facing now. Access Digital, along with all my other companies, are finding so hard to hire good people. So today I'm going to break a little bit of norm and say that Access Digital, my company, really need good digital sales, digital marketing salespeople. We're looking for good salespeople. We're even willing to consider fresh graduate, even with polytechnic diploma or degree or whatever. Without experience, we're really hire. I just need people with passion, energy, drive, passion, and so on. And if you are keen to try out digital marketing business, we serve a lot of clients, including small companies, SMEs, to middle tier, big corporates, businesses, and government agencies, so on. Yes. I'm looking for less computer science graduate, okay? Although I'm sure some of my other companies will probably be looking for it. But Access Digital specifically is looking for salespeople. So if you're interested, please email me. I provided my email address in that slide, okay? That's not my Gmail address, that's my Access Digital address. So you can write to me, and I will filter through and then forward to my CEO to take a look, okay? So if you're interested, to join a very exciting digital new age company, come look for us, okay? All right, cool, okay? So much for the distractions. Let's go to the talk itself. The CPF board just published their annual report. Okay, the CPF board just published their annual report for 2021. So my title is wrong. I said 2022. It's 2021. And you can get the report if you're from YouTube. You can get the report. I provided two links. You can click download the link there, and on Facebook you can type report +1. You can get the annual report as well. The report, I provide you the slides version. There is a number version. The one is quite difficult to read, a bit chim. So I didn't want to bore you guys with it. So I didn't put a slide. But you can always just Google CPF Annual Report 2021, and you can get it from the CPF website. But today I'm going to give you a simple summary of it. But more importantly, I'm going to draw you to a few very interesting insights. Basket, people are getting very, very rich inside. Okay? Yeah, people are getting very, very rich inside, which I thought it's time for me to share with you the secret. Okay? Cool? You guys ready? Huge blast of likes, please. Okay? Especially on YouTube. Yes, Gary, good. Gary, thanks for your like. I really appreciate it. Okay? Yes. Right. Thank you, Chai Ling, as well. I can see your like. Chai Ling is always very supportive. Okay, cool. So, the CPF top-ups, okay, which is essentially a 106 strategy from 2015 onwards. Me and Chin Heng, which is the CPF Deputy CEO, plus a lot of the CPF 196 movement enthusiasts, has been going around sharing everybody that you can get really very rich by topping up a CPF special account. Those days when we share this, we kena slapped left, right, center by people. Today, the world has changed. The CPF top-ups have risen by 60% in 1 year, okay, to $4.8 million last year. $4.8 million. And that's a huge amount of money. People are actively topping up. Okay, yeah, Freddie, just take a look at my slides. You'll get my email address there. You can forward it in, okay? Interestingly, our total amount of CPF right now as a country has crossed $500 billion, $500 million 500 billion dollars. Okay, half a trillion, and that's only part of our national reserve. So a lot of people have been wondering how much our national reserve is and things like that. Our national reserve is one of our key strengths of our country. Our national reserve, a lot of people has been, speculating how much is it. The opposition party every time asks our government, hey, how much money you have? The government say, I tell you for what? Tell you already, national secret out already. Who the hell are you? That kind of thing. But actually, you don't need. It's a stupid question by opposition party. That's why the quality of opposition party damn lousy. It's very easy to guess how much we have. Just take a look at a few points, you roughly know how much you have already. What's so difficult, right? Just by looking at this, plus the amount of money we have in Temasek, and so on, plus a few other things, easily, I think we've crossed $1 trillion. $1 trillion in our national reserve for a very small country. It's amazing. Okay, it's amazing. This is my rough guess. Okay, this is my rough guess. I could be very wrong. Don't hold me to it. Yeah. So yes, ask for the sake of asking. Yeah, useless piece of. Okay. Anyway, there are good opposition leaders. Lau Tia Kiang was very good. Cham Chi Tong was quite good. Qualities of our leaders are not so impressive nowadays. Yeah. Okay, so anyway, let's move away from politics. So we have got $500 billion of our CPF in our national reserve, and all of them are classified called investment. It's in the annual report now, classified investment. So what if I understand? What I understand is that they will then release the money to the government. The government will then use the money, park it with GIC, and then GIC will then help us manage our money. That's quite good, right? So because our GIC is a little bit more prudent, that's why some people saying, government lose our money. Hey, hello, okay? Have you seen the Hong Kong CPF equivalent? They just lost, I think, about 10% or something like that. There's huge amount of money lost, So I think our government is doing quite well, okay, in this aspect. All right, this is where the secret of my talk is today. You guys ready? The secret of my talk is I spotted this huge number sheet which very complicated. You all must download the slides. You all cannot see this, okay? Huge. And I found that there are many rich and young CPF members, okay? This is a very big spreadsheet that tells you how much CPF, how much the breakdown of people with CPF, then it's by age, and then across, this is by age group and how much money they have. And I found out that very interestingly, if you look at the lower column here, you found that, actually, you look at the one that is up to 0 to 20 years old. 0 to 20 years old, there are, listen carefully, there are 100, okay? First of all, 0 to 20 years old is quite young, right? The total amount of people with money is close to 500,000, 431,000. Okay, young people are having CPF right now. What the hell? Below 20 years old, hardly, below 20 years old, a lot of our army boys have CPF already because, when they serve because of army. But between 180,000 to 200,000, there are 100 of them. There are 100 people between 180,000 to 200,000. There are 100 people with roughly $200,000. And let me read further on, okay? And it goes down. I'll just give you another number that will shock you. Between $300,000 to $400,000, okay, there are 20 young people. Below 20 years old already got 300, 400,000. Let's take the middle point. Let's say 350,000. So there are 20 Singaporeans, okay, which about 350,000. Interestingly, there are 10 Singaporeans with up to between 400,000 to 500,000. Okay, 10 Singaporeans, and they are not even 21 years old. It's up to 20 years old. That means they're still teens, Got close to $500,000. No, some of you say rich parents. No. It's not just rich parents. Okay, it is smart parents. It's not just rich parents. Okay, rich people, a lot of them have smart parents. Okay, Very few. And these people need to be smart from young, because you cannot just throw $500,000 into it. It doesn't work. The CPF scheme doesn't allow that. You have to top up, exactly what Mayin said, you top up from birth, from birth. Be very sacrificial to do that, and that's quite difficult, okay? Rich usually come with with smart. No, that's not true. That's absolutely not true. I've been advising a lot of very rich people. You may not know it. I give a lot of talks like this, right? A lot of people say, Mr. Lu, I want to meet you. Sorry, Mr. Lu, I'll be frank with you, and this is not very fair, but life is not fair, okay? Usually, one-on-one, I meet with people with very high net worth. They come to me because their problems are, phenomenally bigger. I've seen their accounts. Very rich people with very shit finance knowledge. Okay, there's a lot of people with that. So anyway, let me go back to this. There's a lot of people. Okay, and these are what we call all CPF members. Now some people say, hey, maybe they work now. Yeah, some people work from young, 15, 16 years old, start working. Let's take a look. Okay. First, you need to understand the definition of an active CPF member. Just now was all CPF member. What's an active CPF member? An active CPF member basically is someone who has contributed CPF in the current month or 3 months before. Okay, so basically, I think all our army soldiers actually have CPF, or you've done a lot of top up. So there are 4.1 million CPF members. That means Singapore and PR, and 2.1 million active. So half of them active. That means the other half are either retirees, okay, or CPF members with money but not working. Okay, yes. So interestingly, they provide another sheet. So one sheet was for all CPF member, and another sheet is for active CPF member. And interestingly, in the same column for active CPF member, it tells you very interesting insight. So just now I said, right? Just if you look at the slides, I actually said this. Okay, I just use between 400,000 to 500,000. There are 10 of them. Interestingly, in the next slides, okay, which only look at active CPF members, they're almost near less than 5 of them. Okay, almost near 0 of these people are active. So the only conclusion is that yes, you're absolutely right. Okay, some of them, right? Bulk of these people, okay, I use the word now. They have smart and generous parents or grandparents. They are topping up their CPF from young. At that kind of number, this big number, you cannot just jibaboom $500,000 into it. You have to be very disciplined. That the minute they are born, you got to top it up already, and every year you top up. So what's the amount you can top up? Okay, try this. Okay, at birth, what you can top up is 100 and so what's the FRS right now? 192,000 or something like that. I can't remember. What's the FRS right now? Okay, so the FRS, they top up $190,000, and then after that Medisave they top up about $66,000 or $68,000 right now, and they hit it there. Every year they top up 37,740, 37,740, 37,740. Okay, so it's very 192,000. Thanks, Sharon. 192,000 for FRS, and then I think about 66 or 68,000 for their Medisave. What's the Medisave cap right now? I lost count also. So they top up 2 of them, and every year they will top up their Medisave, top up their entitlement, which is 37,740. So you top up. If you top up all the way until 20 years old, you still have some gap. So it is then on top of that, the interest will accumulate, and that's how they make it. Okay, 66,000. Thank you. Okay, Christy and Irene and Chris. So it is very interesting to see that how they actually accumulated for these people. Now, of course, you can say these people are very rich. Okay, these people are very rich. It's not just rich. Okay, it's not just rich. Now, to be frank, for some of you guys, you realize, hello. For some of you guys, you realize that it is easy for you to say that finger point and say, oh, they are very rich, we are poor. How? If you cannot top up 192,000 or 66,000, you can top up $1,000. You can top up $500. Okay, You can top up something, right? So that let the power of compounding move to them. I've written an article which I don't have it here. You can just Google it. If you fill up your kids' CPF from young, okay, like what these people are doing, okay, all the way until 21 years old, and they continue to top up for themselves. Do you know what is the number that they will have when they retire? Anybody? I've written an article before. I've even shared a video on it before. Anybody has seen my video on that? If you fill it up every year, just keep filling up maximum. What's the theoretical number they can have? What? Suddenly the weather turned very hot. Okay. Yes, Chloe, you're right. Okay, Wen Liang, you're right. 10 mil, Mei Yun, you're right. 10 million. Okay, 10M65. Yes, 10M alone. Chikolang, one person. 10 million. 10 million. You know how big 10 million is? And stop copying that 10 million. It's not a big number. Inflation, EDF, kind of rubbish. 10 million is a huge number. 10 million, yes. And I calculated, basically you put in your whole life, you put in about 2, power compounding, you build it up to 10. So you multiply about 5 times. Amazing number, amazing number. And you know what? Mr. Lu always feel that he's the smart ass that knows everything about CPF. But these people know it 20 years ago already. 20 years ago, I was still sucking eggs, man. What was I doing 20 years ago? 20 years ago, yeah, my kids was born. I don't know that much about high-end. I don't know that much about CPF then, okay? Or I don't know that much. So instead of getting jealous at other people, okay, find out how you can contribute to the part now. Okay, but got maximum can take out amount. Yes, but the maximum is very little. Okay, the cap is at FRS, which is $192,000. Above that, 9 point something million you can all take out. Okay, maybe by the time reach there, the FRS is $500,000, whatever number is. But above that, $9.5 million you can all take out, which by then you won't. Yeah. No, 20 years ago I haven't even started my one. Oh yeah, I started my own 1165 journey. Yes. Okay. Yeah. You can only put in a maximum of 37,740 a year. Yes, Angela, 37,740. So it's a big, huge number. And you know what? A lot of all these guys are doing. Now I only talk about those up to 20 years old, but look at those 20 to 25 years old. 20 to 25 years old. There's a whole ton of them. There's a whole ton of them right now with a very big fat CPF. There's a lot of people already figured that out. There's a lot of Singaporeans already figured that out. And we are still sucking eggs here. These are people, you see, okay. So I shared with a very rich ex-boss of mine, okay. With a very big, very rich and very big, big boss of mine. And immediately when she discovered that, she quickly top up her grandchildren. This is where, if you are grandparents, you can make a huge difference. You can make a huge difference to your grandchildren, because your son and daughter at a young age won't be able to top up much. They won't be. They're first forming a family. How much money do they have? But for most grandchildren, for most grandparents, to top up 100, 200K is not a big deal. Yeah, not a big deal for your, basically, it's not that big a deal. It is big deal, but it's not that big a deal. You could easily top up for your grandchildren. And you know what? After you top up for them, your legacy lives on and your responsibility to them is done. Those on YouTube, please, hello, 300 plus of you, less than half of you giving a like, please give a like, okay? Okay. No, some people say, no, why don't you invest money into an ETF like STI ETF or S&P fund or something? Those have risk. Those have huge fluctuation risk, okay? Then you get your heart up and down. So, Daniel, thank you. First time joining, thank you. But CPF is a different league. Now, I don't want you all to keep thinking of, it's either CPF or S&P 500. You can do both. It's all about relative. When you are young, do more the foundational stuff first. When you're a bit older, then you can tahan huge fluctuation. That's where you put in money in the stock market or whatever. Okay? So it's very, very important for you to realize that. For those who are watching, I'll just say this without intending to sound rude, but it will sound rude. People already figure that out. People already doing what they can to juice the government dry, man. Maybe it is a legal way of making money, okay? And we are here still, debating and things like that. I give you the magic number. What is the magic number to top up for our kids? Now, if you cannot afford this 100, 200,000 or 300,000 top up, very few people can. I give you this magic number if YouTube were to give more likes, okay? YouTube is very important for likes. Facebook not as crazy. YouTube is the one that I really need more likes. YouTube has this single crazy algorithm that the more likes they have, more people will watch it. Okay. Imagine you're right. Government juice us, citizen juice back. This is the only way I know that you are welcome to juice the government back. The government say, come juice me, take money from me. Yeah, this is the only way I can think of. The government give you a hell of money and a lot of people don't want to take. The magic number, listen carefully, okay? The magic number per kid to top up, or for a young person to top up, is $60,000. 60,000. Chloe, you're right. It's 60,000. Why is it so? Because 60,000 gives you 5% return. So the first 60,000 give you 5% return. So that basically you top up $60,000 every year, you get $3,000. Okay, every year you get $3,000 as interest. Then subsequently after that, you get 4% return. So therefore, the magic number is $60,000. Go for that first. Okay, you may not reach there in one day. Okay, thank you, Jin Chai Chiang. Okay, thank you for a like. Okay, the first barrier is $60,000. Reach there in tranches. If you are rich enough, just jibabo one lump sum. I didn't throw one lump sum in. I just fill it up as well. Okay. Then after you fill up $60,000, then you can decide when you want to top up the next 10, 20, 10,000 whatsoever, and slowly fill it up. There's a hell of people right now. I really seen their numbers. These official numbers on CPF board. So many people getting rich with their CPF. Young people, the smart people. These are not the smart ones. The smart, their parents or their grandparents. I suspect it's the grandparents because parents are a bit more difficult. Yes. Right. So it is now. Of course, somebody will say, "Oh, what if the government, collapse? What if the country go to what if a nuclear bomb fall down? What if another virus broke out, whatever?" Life has always got risk. You put money in a bank, also risk. In fact, the risk is even worse. Eaten up by inflation like crazy. Okay, you put money there, you spend it away. You put money there, your husband find a China or Vietnamese girl and spend it all away. Or your wife run away with another man, the money all disappear. All things happen, right? So therefore, there is no such thing as no risk. Okay, no risk. Okay. So yes. Hello, Mr. CPF. I'm a long time, 18 years absent returnee citizen. All I'm doing now is to capping employer monthly at 2,200. Looking forward to your stream. All right, cool. That's great. Okay, yes. It's why to do so because by then the kids can use for housing. Well, housing only in the OA. I like to fill up their SA first. Okay. Yes. So therefore, why Gary asked a good question. Then they won't be motivated to work. They're giving money in their CPF. They can't touch it. If they slack back, they will starve. So they're still forced to work like crazy. Okay, so I've actually give a lot of money to my kids in their CPF, and that's it. Nothing else. They have to work their ass off. You've seen Kate Lu at work, right? Do you see her slacking? She's working her ass out, man. Right? She's got quite a good CPF account. Okay, but you see her still working like crazy. I see my son still pushing himself aggressively in the army as well and in schoolwork. No, I didn't see them slacking because their CPF are quite well to do. So therefore, this is a good heritage, a place to put money in. You know what? Obviously, the people who have done all this top up, they are rich people. Some people say they're rich and smart. Okay, so we can take a chapter from these guys, right? Take a chapter from these guys. You can top up. A lot of people don't know that you can top up your kid's CPF from birth. Okay. Let's move away from young kids and whatsoever. Okay. The amount of top-ups right now, okay, has gone up by 60%. It's $4.8 billion right now, the top-ups. That's a 60% increase. A lot of people in the past, a lot of people, Marcus, good to see you. A lot of people in the past go to Hong Lim Park, return my CPF, return my CPF. Those people vaporize anyone. I challenge those guys come back to Hong Lim Park and Kao move. I challenge you guys. If they go there nowadays, I'm very confident that straight away a lot of people there will throw stones at them. Right? It just shows how stupid these people are at that point in time. At that point in time, you know, when I saw all this, I was like, wow, absolutely stupid, man. And those people has blood on their hands because they misled a lot of people, and as a result, a lot of people lost money. The minute they can withdraw any money that possible, and forsake such a huge amount of interest. Yes, thank you, YBH. Yes, thank you. Right. So therefore, I wanted to share and tell you guys that it is very, very important, okay, to top up your SA and your CPF, okay. So in 2020 there were 300,000 top up. Now it has gone up to 670,000 top ups. You know how many people actually learn this already? This is an if there's one big achievement in my life for social good, this is this. This is a huge success. I cannot say, I can't claim every part of it, but definitely the 1965 movement has now spread tremendously, you know. I want to claim some credit for this, for my community. You guys have done very well in spreading out. There's 30,000, 100,000 of you guys who have heard the news, 200,000 heard the news, and you have spread the message out. Many people have learned it, and now many people are getting richer and richer. I'm very happy for you guys. You guys done well, you know. So remember, this is a 1965 movement. It's not a Mr. Lu movement, you know. Everybody, I have a huge community of 27,000 people in Telegram. They are actively involved. They are so actively involved that I have no chance to be involved. If you have been involved in my YouTube channel, sorry, not YouTube channel, the Telegram channel. I have a Telegram channel called the 1965, Lu 1965, if I'm not wrong. Let me see. What's the latest number? Okay, it's 1965 Singapore. Okay, look for 1965 Singapore. I've got 27,600 people there. That's a lot of people. That movement was very instrumental in spreading the word. Yes. Can keep this video? Yes. Okay. More importantly, Facebook get messed up. Okay. So, but go to, hi guys. Hi. Okay. Go to my YouTube channel. Okay, it's a 1965 YouTube channel, and please watch it there. You know, I kept all my finance talk there. Here, Facebook. Sometimes we got finance, we got handbag, we got shoe, we got clothes. Very messy here. Okay. Yes. Right. Okay. Thank you. All right. So. And I said I mentioned about this. I want to stress it again. The total amount of CPF money that we have right now is $500 million. It's amazing, $500 million. So we should be in 1 year, our total CPF members balance grew by 9.4%. It's close to 10%. That's amazing. Okay, that's amazing. 10%. Okay. All right, cool. Okay, next. Now I did some mathematics. Last year, the total amount of interest that's accrued to our CPF members, this interest earnings by all CPF members was $18 billion. Okay, of which this $1.8 billion is for some extra 1% or whatever. But that's not the important thing. The interesting thing is this: if you take this $18 billion, which is total interest, divide by 4 million members, okay, it's actually $4,463 of interest annually per member. So on average, you and I, as long as you're a CPF member, and most of us are CPF members, you will on average, you earn $4,400. People like Mr. Lu makes about $20,000 of interest a year. Okay. Yes. Why? Because we do this thing. So me and B combined with at least 40,000. I'm hoping to hit $50,000 this year. $50,000 of interest a year by doing nothing. This is the best kind of passive income. A lot of you want passive income, right? Passive money, right? I just accumulated $40,000 by doing nothing. Okay, me and my wife. That's pretty amazing, you know? That's pretty amazing. So this is really one of the most powerful money that government give you. Don't take, you know, we're all stupid, right? So the question really is, are you maximizing out the CPF interest? I really share with you. You know, here we still arguing whether it's the right strategy, wrong strategy. All the rich people all charging in with the right strategy and just juicing government dry. Yeah, okay. So a lot of people say, hey, Mr. Lu, I think, you know, I'm a bit smarter. I can put some money in the stock market. I can put some money in the some on crypto whatsoever. You cannot look at the returns. You gotta look at the risk as well. Yeah. So I would say that, you know, for my strategy, I put the CPF first, form a firm foundation. On top of that, then I add more and more and more and more. Yeah. So, you know, once you build up your firm foundation or CPF, then you start to be able to take risks, you know. Then I put my SPY, which is my S&P 500, my NASDAQ, some of the higher risk. Then I go into investment. I'm about to invest in a startup, another startup, maybe in 1 or 2 weeks' time and things like that. No, all these are, you know, high risk. In this stock market, you know, up, down, some of my portfolios just went, you know, just blew up, you know. No problem. This my CPF there, papa. No worry. Yeah. So this is very interesting. This very interesting learning. Okay. Now this is another credit I want to give to a 165 movement. Okay. This is very interesting. In the year 2017 all the way to 2019, the annual withdrawal was about 19 to 21 billion dollars. And after 2019, so for years, since the founding of CPF board, the number of withdrawals always increased. That means people when they hit 55 years old all draw money out, man. Okay, this money all draw they'll keep drawing money out, right? But since 2019, people stop withdrawing money and stop withdrawing money that much and start falling. Once they hit 55, so people don't have money anymore. Leave it there. Why? Because the interest is very high and it's safe. So therefore, it goes down right now. Okay. So now the number of withdrawals in 2019 was 21 billion. 2020, 21 billion. 2020, 20 billion. 2021, 19 billion. Can you see? The number of withdrawals has fallen. People don't want to take out their CPF anymore. Take out stupid. Why? Because you take out, the amount of interest you get is a lot of people want to take out, then regret. They want to put it back, cannot anymore. So it's one direction out. Huh? These are tricks that people are doing. It's clear until cannot clear that the majority of our country, so well educated, are now learning all this kung fu, how to make money out of the CPF. Right? This is, if it used to be maybe Mr. Lu plus a handful of very smart ass or smart aleck who think they're smart will know this kung fu. Okay, now it's a nationwide knowledge. If you still don't know this, you are, sorry to say, you're actually a bit behind already. You know, a lot of people realize this already and they are taking advantage of it. I'm sharing with you guys what is already factual. These are numbers from CPF board already. I interpret that. By the way, one of my key skills is to understand, look at CPF board, look at annual reports, look at numbers and tell a story, okay? A few very interesting things I want to share. Number one is that, CPF nominations, okay? CPF nominations. Last year, they have made nomination available online and 70,000 nominations were made, okay? Nominations are your will, W-I-L. Your CPF money, your will your will done outside don't pakai. You have to actually write. You actually have to write your own will outside your CPF money, but for your CPF money, you have to create what you call nomination, and you can do it online right now. Don't wait until you IC MyC, then you go and make a nomination, okay? Because you're not. If you don't make a nomination, it's going to get very complicated for your people. One of my recently a lot of my friends and relatives have sudden deaths it's quite shocking, you know. And their money, because they have made the nominations, the the beneficiaries get their money very easily. If you don't, then there's a lot of people, very painful and costly for everybody, you know. So yeah, so just if you don't make a nomination, there is such thing called intersectional law or something like that. I can't remember what there's a law. Someone will help me recall what, especially those in the financial industry. There's an something law that says that half of it will go to your wife, the other half is split among all 3 children. But the whole process is very leceh. Okay, so you don't want to go through that. So make it online available. It's very easy process. I want to say law of interstacy. Yeah, yes, thank you. Okay, I cannot pronounce that. Law of interstacy, something like that. Okay, so I cannot pronounce. I got a bit of a problem. I'm more vocal. Okay, thank you, guys. The other thing that I wanted to say on behalf of Interstate Succession Act. Thank you. Okay. Yes. So 50% go to. Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay. Someone said this. My mom kena. Valuable tip said my mom kena. My grandma never make nomination. Then end up go to CPF place and let them process. Cost was like 5% of net worth. You really want 5% of net worth to go to all these costs? Don't just make a nomination. Make it online. Not very easy. The other one is I want to say, since I say on behalf of CPF, they didn't ask me to do it, but I saw this and I want to say it. Okay. The digital have you ever tried the CPF website and the CPF mobile? It's actually very good, you know. It's actually very good. You can do wonderful things with it right now. And last year, 171 million transactions were performed there. Okay, please use those. You know why? What I'm not happy is here that there were close to 500,000 CPF members who serve at the service counter. All this, I don't know what they do there. I'm pretty sure a lot of it. Okay, I'm sure a lot of it can be done on the mobile, right? So or on the mobile, on the internet. Please get it done. Yes. Okay. The other one is close to 687,000 calls were handled, and things like that. Money wasted. These are very high costs. You guys need to stop going to all these service centers in person. Then we will save some money, and more money will go to our CPF, right? So these are costs to our nation. These are our money. You must look at the whole CPF as our money. So therefore, please stop wasting the government's money, so that our country become a bit richer. Okay, yes. So really, the whole purpose of me sharing with you this is this. Okay, I'm very pleased because it's my 1965 movement. I go around for the last since 2015 until now to tell every people how to get rich. Okay. I'm very pleased to see that many Singaporeans and PR are now they have mastered the 1965 strategy to get rich. 1965 get rich kung fu. Are you one of them? Are you one of them? Yeah, are you one of them? Okay, are you one of them? Really, I used to think that some people are learning. Now I can see it with with numbers right now from the annual report of the CPF board that it is working phenomenally now. Phenomenally. So anyway, for those people, this is a very important part. Okay, for those who want to ask more questions specific with CPF or whatever, I got a 1965 Telegram group here. Okay, please go and join the Telegram group. We have got a lot of community experts, they're so fast in replying question that I got no chance to reply the question, but they're very good. Most of them are better than me right now. And then of course I've got a YouTube channel here at 1965. You can join them. Okay, and okay, cool. All right, good. So anybody has any questions? I'll spend about 5 to 10 minutes answering. Then I gotta return back the channel to be. She's gonna run the promotion for MCM. Okay, yes. Okay, direct sunlight scalp is very bad. Okay, CPF life is not enough for retirement. My advice is buy some annuity instead of stock investment. I prefer not to touch annuities. until I know the details. Okay, the best annuity is still CPF Life. Which bank to do shielding? What shielding? CPF shielding. Okay. What is your name in Telegram group? You just look for 1965 Singapore. Okay, I think it's, yeah, 1965 Singapore. The link is in the slides. Okay, I already posted slides. Just download the link, slides +1. Mr. Lu, when I log in to CPF website, I see my OA, SA, and MediSave. How do I calculate whether I hit FRS? If you have FRS, if your SA is above $192,000, you already hit FRS. Okay. Cool. How young can start funding CPF from birth? I think in a few weeks' time from birth. Okay. Is there a cap for SA? There's a cap for voluntary contribution, which is $192,000. Okay. 1M65. Wendy, not 1865. Okay. What are your thoughts of topping up MA first and SA? I prefer SA first. Okay. There's not much difference, but SA, I think SA is the one that I don't think your MA gets the 5%. I think it's OA plus SA get the 5%. I could be wrong on that. Okay, I'm pretty sure it's your first 60,000, the extra 1% comes from your SA. Have been sharing your talk to friends. Hope they benefit. Oh, great, thank you. Okay. Thanks. We just turned 55. Expect interest this year to be $30,000. See, Anna has $30,000 from her CPF by doing nothing. That's the amazing part, right? Okay. And some people still poke fun of CPF and things like that, you know. And later years, they will be laughing at them. Okay. Yes. I hope to reach the maximum amount for 192,000. Okay, all the best to you. Yes. I thought 16 years old they can enroll in CPF. I don't know where you get this thought from. The answer is wrong. You can have it from birth. Okay, cool. All right, good. Okay. So I hope you find today's sharing useful. Okay, I moved away from talking about stock market. I just go back to my roots, which is on CPF, and I have discovered that a lot of people are getting very rich in their CPF, and I think more people should know about it. It's one of those kung fu that you learn more, won't take away money from other people. So it is something very useful. Okay, cool. Okay, if you hit $192,000 for SA, can you still top up? You can't top up voluntarily, but your salary contribution will add on to it, and your interest from the SA will add on to it. For me, I don't know, $300,000 in my SA. Yeah. So yes. What's your thought? SSBC is going over 3%. Yes, I think SSB is good. Yes. Yeah. What's the RA interest right now? 4%. Yeah. Okay, 4%. Cool. So good. Okay, I hope you find this sharing useful. Okay, it's one of those things that help you to get rich. Okay, at a very low risk. Okay, at very low risk. So I felt that that's something. Okay, will you be holding a talk with Sam from Davos? They invited me to give a talk in September. I gotta see where I can make it on the date. Okay, just want to learn from you. Market now. You think my interest is a part of funding. Okay, cool. Okay, so far I hope you realize that. So in short, it's better to be CPF rich than be cash rich. No, that's not what I mean. It's better to be rich. Okay, it's better rich, whether in CPF or cash. Just want to be rich. In totality. Yep. Okay, and rich to different people means different thing. Cool. Okay, good. Okay. So if we start topping up, my kids starting $100, yes, start topping up small. Just keep topping up. Okay. Of course, there's some people say, oh. There's sometimes a debate, I don't want to be rich, rich people all got, evil life whatsoever, I've been poor, I've been rich, I can tell you, there's no comparison, okay? Yes. All right, good, okay, with this, great, okay? Our topic, your camera is very clear for live stream. Are you using laptop or phone? I'm using a phone, okay? I'm using a Vivo phone. Vivo phone are very good. Yeah, okay, for shooting videos and photos. Cool. With this, okay, thanks for joining us. I hope you find this useful. And I will come back on Sunday again, okay, and share something else. Cool. All right, good. Okay. So for those people who have missed out, For those people who missed out, my first two slides. Number one is I fired one more shot yesterday at S&P 500. I unloaded about $50,000. And the second one is that on behalf of Assess Digital, which is my media agency, we're looking for good marketing staff, sales marketing staff. Okay, so that we're trying to hire even fresh grads from poly and from university. We are very open to it. If you're keen, please write to me, and my email address for SS Digital is in the slides. Okay, great. Okay, with this, thank you. Okay, I'll see you in about 10-15 minutes time. I'll be helping Dee with her job. Okay, cool. With this, let me say have a good Friday. Okay, I'll answer. If some of these questions Sunday, I'll hold another session, and some of these questions you can answer it. Okay, good. Okay, so good night, everybody, and have a great night. Okay, Sunday what time? I haven't figured it out yet. Okay, yeah, I haven't figured it out. I'll try to do it probably around this time. Okay, yeah. Okay, so true. Doing nothing and the money flows in. Yeah, I love this kind of money. Right? You do nothing or very little effort, and money comes in. Okay, good night to you on everybody on YouTube.